any human beings to the distance of a single click. Confronted with external loneliness, young people search for an escape in online communities. A prime example of this is the fandom of the artist David, whose bedroom book boy aesthetic created an exemplary illusion of intimacy. But is this connection genuine, or is it the greatest illusion of our minds? Let us turn to a classical epistemology. In Book 7 of the Republic, Plato describes the allegory of the cave. Prisoners are chained with their back to the light, seeing only shadows on a wall and mistaking them for absolute reality. Today, cave wall is the smartphone screen. Creators, TikTok algorithms, and publicists are the puppeteers. When Alice thinks she loves David, she does not love the human being. She's in love with a carefully filtered digital shadow.
You're spinning me around, my feet are off the ground.
You are running 5 hours for a friend accounts for a stranger you have never met. You abandoned your studies, your real friends. You're living his life, not yours.
You don't understand, Mom. My purpose is to protect him and promote his music.
No one's forcing you to do this. It's not your job. He doesn't even care about you. He doesn't even know you exist.
No, it's my responsibility. While you and Dad were minding your own business, ignoring me, never once helping me, but he did. His music has helped me when I was at my worst. Now he is the whole meaning of my life. When I'm in this fandom, do I really feel alive?
Jean-Paul Sartre would describe Ulysses' behavior as a bad faith. According to existentialism, people had freedom to make their own choices. But this freedom can be frightening because it comes with responsibility. Building real relationships, making important decisions, and dealing with possible rejection all involve risk. Instead of facing these challenges, Alice escapes into a fandom where she takes on the role of devoted fan. This gives her a sense of identity and comfort without requiring her to face the uncertainties of a real life. A smartphone screen cannot reject her, so it feels safe. However, Sartre would agree that this safety is only an illusion because it prevents her from living authentically and taking responsibility for her own future.
Hey there, sorry to disturb you, but I see you around here a lot. Would you mind if we exchange contact and get to know each other?
Sorry, I already have a boyfriend and I'm very busy now.
Alright, my bad.
What boyfriend? We talk every single day and you never told me about him. You literally never leave your room except to go to classes.
Actually, we've been together for 6 months and David is my boyfriend. Honestly, I consider myself his wife. Look at this, he texted me. Look.
Alice, this is a dedicated companion app. It isn't real. This is artificial intelligence. It's just a program built to respond to you like his message, and I don't think it's real. You're just jealous.
This is an AI model that will directly from his persona. And he knows me very well. We love each other. And this chat is real proof that our relationship is completely real. Look.
Alice, this is bizarre and it's actually terrifying. You're falling in love with simulation.
What we are seeing here is a terminal stage of the parasocial relationships.
This term describes a one-sided emotional bond in which a person begins to identify so strongly with an idol that they lose the distinction between the idol's life and their own. In ads and of themselves, such relationships are not a bad thing. Many people have them, and they often serve as a harmless source of inspiration, until they escalate into destructive digital isolation through AI, platforms like Character AI. Borderland would call this chat a simulacrum, a digital copy with no real origin. Algorithms create a flawless illusion of reciprocity. Also, discomfort becomes dangerous the moment blind devotion begins to cause real harm to the real world. So, hello, and we are in the live news, and me, Nurbek Nazlayim, I'm a police officer, and yesterday at 11 in Los Angeles, United States, the body of a young woman was found. The primary suspect is the well-known musician David Anthony Burke, performing under the name of the David. The forensic evidence points to the premeditated murder, and the investigation is still ongoing. Thank you.
Alice, did you see that? It's horrific. That's so weak. How can you still talk about him? How can you still defend him?
Oh my god, it's fake! My David! The person who wrote Romantic Homicide! And here with me, who feels pain so deeply. His art is the proof that his innocence. I will protect my husband until the very end.
I simply wrote an article calling for people to wait for the trial and stop idolizing a suspect. Within an hour, my account was attacked by an army of fans. I received death threats, and my data was hacked. They coordinate their action on Discord to completely destroy my reputation.
The fandom has stopped being just an interest group. It has evolved into a secular religion. The pop icon is elevated to the status of a deity. His discography is treated as holy scripture, and any criticism is viewed as heresy. To protect the purity of their god, the digital crowd is ready for an inquisition. Anonymity of the internet erases Thomas Hobbes' social contract. In the physical world, we restrain our aggression out of fear of punishment and loss of reputation. But hiding behind a faceless avatar, fans succumb to Gustav Le Bon's crowd psychology. The individual mind shuts down, giving away the cruelty of the majority, what John Stuart Mill called the tyranny of the majority.
We demand leniency. This man's music has saved millions of teenagers from depression and given them a purpose in life. From the perspective of Jeremy Bentham's authoritarianism, the mental well-being of millions of people outweigh the tragedy of a single action. His music brings global utility.
John Stuart Mill distinguished between lower and higher pleasure. The highest pleasure is justice and morality integrity. Mill Hart's principle states that one person's liberty ends when another person's pain begins. The suffering of a victim cannot be neutralized just because it's pleasing for others to listen to a sad song.
Let us turn to Immanuel Kant in the ontology. The moral law is absolute. According to the categorical imperative, an action is either ethical or it's not, regardless of the consequences or the social status of the creator. If murder is a crime for an ordinary citizen, it's a crime for genius. Kant forbids making exceptions for talent. Furthermore, the formula of the humanity states, you must never treat a human being merely as a means to the end. As, by defending the artist just so he can keep releasing songs, for your personal comfort, you are using the victim of a crime merely as a means to preserve your cozy digital illusion. This is the collapse of Aristotle's ethics. By choosing blind loyalty over the truth, a fan demonstrates cowardice and total failure of personal virtue. Guilty.
I defended you until the very end in court. I know this is all just a terrible mistake. Tell me, you couldn't have done it right?
I could, I can, and I did it.
And it was all yellow.